Hey guys, Shaheen here from Art of the Hive. Today we've pulled out 4 frames from one of our beehives. This was a beehive we recovered from someone, didn't really take care of it, and funnily enough, the queen had actually moved from the bottom box into the top box. So we harvested some honey today out of the bottom box, which we will be harvesting in the extractor fairly shortly. So this is the honey here. I mean, as you can see, it's super dark. Therefore, it's been in there for a while. The darker the comb is means that the older it is. So what happens is the bees come in and they're carrying dirt on their feet, and as they come in and out, they just make the comb darker, sort of staining the comb. As we said in previous videos, you want to change the comb out every couple of years. Reason being, you can see the little hexagons actually get smaller over time, which means you'll get smaller and weaker bees. So every couple of years, like I'm not going to reuse these combs back into the hive. I'll take all the comb and everything like that and just render that down for beeswax later on. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to slice this honeycomb off the top. This is all burr comb. The bees just build little bridges. It's completely useless. You will find honey in it sometimes, but as it builds, part of your maintenance will be just, taking it off just like this. And you want to keep all of it. I keep every single bit of wax. There's so many versatile things that you can use for this wax. So there we go. I've just cleaned the top there. And I'm just going to do the same just here on the bottom. As you can see, might have to come this way. Perfect. Just take that off. And we'll just put that there. So this one, I might keep this one to the side to cut up later, to cut the actual pieces of comb off. So let's start here with this one. Yes, they could have filled it more over here, but it's been in there for so long that I just want to get them out because at the moment the beehive just doesn't have much room. So they're going to get lazy, and no one wants lazy bees. So I'm just going to grab this frame, just pop him on here. Today, I'll just be opening up the caps. I'm not going to cut the caps off. They're sort of in a bit. We'll just make it really hard, and I'll end up reverting back to this. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to slide down. Oh, you can see already. I mean, look at that honey. I'm going to slide down and open these caps all up. You really want to open them all up, guys. Reason being is that if you don't, you'll be spinning for hours, and you won't be getting the honey out, and then you'll look at it again and be like, oh, damn, I didn't open up the caps fully. So give them, don't be shy. Give them a good opening. Now, it doesn't matter if these caps, the wax falls into the honey, because you're just going to use a sieve to sieve it anyway. So you'll catch all of that wax, and just really make sure you open up the sides. Now that's quite nice. You can already see the honey is dripping. Last few on the side. I'll spin him round. A bit more honey capped on this side. And guys, this really is nectar of the gods. I mean, don't let it go to waste. You can see I've got a bowl here. I have sanitized it. If you're ever just in a rush and need to sanitize quickly, just pour boiling water over it, but make sure it's fully dry. All right. So we're opening up these caps. Beautiful. Okay. Now, nice. Okay. Now, once they're open, just get them straight into the extractor. At least the honey can just start dripping in here. Perfect. Now we'll just grab another one, and we'll just get that wax off the top. Like I said, keep it all, guys. You can see how dark the honey is in the center here, quite lighter there. I mean, it ages quite nicely. So that is going to taste probably like a nice wine, a brandy. I get really excited to taste what these things are going to taste like. You can see on this one, for example, not as dark, so it's newer. So I'm just deciding, I'm going to keep this one to cut up because it is so dark. It'll be quite a treat to eat it as the honeycomb itself. So we'll just get our next frame. And we'll just start opening Up the caps again. Oh wow. Listen to that noise. Listen to opening them. Beautiful. The quicker the better with this, just so I can get as much honey into the extractor as possible. I really just don't want to drop too much of this. It's a bit harder on this side, I can feel. That's okay, we'll spin it all out. It's funny, as I was walking with this frame, I actually dropped him on the floor and you can see he's broken the whole way across here, but it's so strong, it just holds so well. All right, beautiful. That one's open. We'll just get him in there. Perfect. Now, for those new to our channel, I mean, Art of the Hive, we have many hives, we're beekeepers. If you're new to bees, I mean, we're looking at over 20,000 species of bees in the world, but this is the Italian honeybee. So, you know, it's a social bee that works in a colony. And just before I get to that, that had honey sitting in it, which look how beautiful. So that piece, as you can see there, I'm actually going to put him onto this plate. And the rest of the comb can just go into there. All right, they've built this one out quite well. You can see it's quite fatter. Reason being is that when he had the hive, he didn't push the frames all the way up, so there's a bit of a gap. So they'll bridge that gap, you know, they'll leave their airflow. You can actually see it's starting to weep honey out of it. There's so much honey in here. I mean, at the moment, I'd probably say about 3.5 kilos. So for our American listeners out there, probably about 7 pounds. So we're just going to open this up again. That's amazing. Now, isn't it? Because this comb is new, I'll actually reuse this comb. So it's called the sticky. What I'll do is I'll give it back to the bees once I've extracted all the honey out. And they'll clean it up within a day and start storing honey again. The reason I'll do that is it takes about 7 liters of honey to make a frame of comb. So that's a lot of honey. We don't want to lose that honey. That's 2 frames. So give the comb back. If the comb's new like this, it can go straight back in. If the comb's quite dark like the other ones, take the comb, render it down, make some, I don't know, some lip balms, make some candles, you know, do whatever you want with it. But definitely change it up. This is a good one. Doesn't matter that I'm breaking it too much because the foundation is there, you know, there's a lot of foundation. All right, so I think I've pretty much massacred it enough to get that honey out. Beautiful, just the top parts. Okay, I'll just get him straight in there. Yep, both sides are done. Already it's dripping. You can already start to see it's dripping down there in the bottom. Okay, now the fun part, this is always a bit hard. So you've got to line this up perfect. Oh, thank you very much. So we've put it into the extractor now. I'm just tightening on the bolts just to hold it. I just hand tighten these. I mean, it doesn't really come off. I've built quite a sturdy base. So I like to use a variable speed extractor. Reason being is that I don't just turn it on and it goes crazy. 50 RPMs is great. A lot of people think the faster, the better. It's not the case. Just get it spinning and let it just do its job. So I'll just plug this in. And fantastic, voila. Just let it start doing its thing and we'll have a fair bit of honey there.